What up, you guys? It's your boy Ola here with Ola TV, and on this edition, we're covering WWE Smackdown, Friday Night Smackdown here on August 12th, 2022. First off, I would like to go ahead and start the broadcast by giving my apologies because of the fact that the everything was set up beautifully. I had my microphone ready, I had my camera ready, lighting ready, laptop ready, but for whatever unknown reason, there was a lot of freezing up with the StreamYard, and I had to reboot my computer 4 times just to get the son of a bitch to start finally running. So I want to thank you guys for patiently waiting. SmackDown has started about 22 minutes ago, so I will give you some of the updates that has occurred so far. Thank you again for your patience waiting for the live stream to come on. So match number one that occurred that took place was the women's tag team match. It's a tournament. Raquel Rodriguez came out first. Her tag team partner is Aaliyah, and then they went 2-on-2 competition against their opponents, Shotzi and Xylee. Xylee came out first. Shotzi came out second. The women had a phenomenal tag team match, and after a great match, the victors of that one is Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah. Now, unfortunately, I'm not able to give you guys the full play-by-play on the match because while I was watching the match, I was simultaneously trying to get my computer to act right. My computer was acting like an absolute bitch, and it caused a lot of problems. So at least you guys got the update on the match of the victors. Raquel Rodriguez teamed up with Aaliyah. They went 2-on-2 competition, tag team competition, going up against Shotzi and Xylee. Xylee and Shotzi lost the match. Also at ringside, Natalia and Sonya Deville were outside, not part of the match, but they were out there scouting their competition because the winner of this match is supposed to be facing Natalia and Sonya Deville. So now they kind of have an idea of what their upcoming competition is going to be in the following round. Also, after that match concluded, there was a quick promo going on with Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross, as you guys know, was one of the big names in NXT, was gone for a little while. Now he's back. For those of you that didn't know, Karrion Kross returned to SmackDown roughly about a week ago. And Karrion Kross came out to the ring with his I forgot the woman's name, but he came out with his female, and she came out with a huge hourglass. And on the hourglass, they flipped it upside down, starting the timer and saying, "TikTok, it's going to be time for Roman Reigns to lose the title." Tonight in the segment, Karrion Kross continued that and said that no matter who he goes up against, no matter who he faces in competition, no matter what the match is going to be, he says everybody has got to pay the toll and everyone's time has got to come to an end. Now, again, he might be throwing shade towards the direction of Roman Reigns, since that is the person that he was talking smack about last week when he was referring to the time running out as far as Roman Reigns continuing his long reign as the undisputed WWE champion. So will Karrion Kross be the one to dethrone him? We don't know, because we do know that Karrion Kross is not yet fighting for the title. We know that Drew McIntyre is the next opponent coming up for Roman Reigns, and that opponent that he's going up against is going to be at Clash of the Castle. Right now, as we speak, we were on a brief commercial break, and the commercial break is over. Drew McIntyre has decided to come out to the ring. He is not currently dressed in ring attire, so I'm assuming that he's going to have a segment where he's going to address the issue regarding Roman Reigns for Clash of the Castle pay-per-view that's coming up September 3rd. And yes, it is for the undisputed WWE Championship match that they're going one-on-one. It will be Roman Reigns defending his title again, but this time, instead of against Brock Lesnar, which we've seen 1,000 times, it's a new opponent, Drew McIntyre. So let's see what Drew has to say as far as this pay-per-view that's coming up very soon, coming up in about 3 weeks or so. So Drew McIntyre is currently addressing the fact that he was attacked by Karrion Kross last week, and it was not appreciated. Which I did forget. I did forget that actually that was what caused the return. Drew McIntyre was actually, I believe, going to ringside to go face to face to the Bloodline where Roman Reigns was, and Karrion Kross came out of nowhere, attacked him out of nowhere, And then Drew McIntyre ended up being the expendable commodity for Karrion Kross's return. And Drew McIntyre was not happy about that last week. And it seems like he's definitely not happy about it this week. And now he's addressing that right now as we speak. And he says, I'm the number one contender. And I don't appreciate the fact that you came out of nowhere and attacked me from behind to go ahead and make yourself a little bit more, get a little bit more PR and get a little bit more publicity by using him basically as the sacrificial sheep. And Drew McIntyre now absolutely upset, stating that basically if Karrion Kross wants either to be sent to the hospital or sent to the graveyard if he continues to do what he did to him last week. Oh, wow. And tonight, Drew McIntyre has announced that Roman Reigns is not scheduled to be here on Friday Night SmackDown, which is kind of odd because Roman Reigns wasn't on Raw this week. He also wasn't on Raw last week, but he was on SmackDown last week. But yeah, he's not on SmackDown this week. So I think that's a huge disappointment and a huge letdown for all the fans, because I'm pretty sure a lot of fans did show up, for the not only for the Usos, obviously, but also for Roman Reigns, the champ himself. Now, Drew McIntyre is talking about how he has history also with Brock Lesnar and how he defeated Brock Lesnar. So he thinks that by default, since he was able to defeat Brock Lesnar, he's going to be able to go ahead and defeat Roman Reigns for the upcoming pay-per-view at Clash of the Castle for the undisputed WWE Championship. And now it looks like we are getting a interruption here from Karrion Kross. I believe it's Karrion Kross. Let's see. Some music is playing. Oh, no, this is not Karrion Kross. Looks like this is Scarlett coming to the ring. She looks a lot different this week. Last week, she looked completely different. This week, she actually looks a little bit hotter. And she also looks different, though, as far as like her full appearance, just her face and her hair. I don't know what she did, but she looks very different from last week. Couldn't even really tell. So Scarlett is coming out to the ring, and she's going to face right now. Oh, shit. And right when we thought that the Roman Reigns and the Usos weren't here tonight, it looks like the Usos have done a secret attack on Drew McIntyre, courtesy of Scarlett. So Scarlett, as you guys may or may not know, Scarlett is Karrion Kross's, I don't know if that's his lady, his manager, but she's the one that came out with the hourglass when Karrion Kross attacked Drew McIntyre and said time's up and time is ticking for for Karrion Kross to be the next heavyweight champ. So then Scarlett shows up with Karrion Kross's music playing in the background. She's walking towards the SmackDown ring. Drew McIntyre, of course, watching her very attentively to see if Karrion Kross is going to pull out from any corner and possibly, attack him. And instead of Karrion Kross attacking Drew McIntyre, the Usos show up when the lights are off and end up doing the assault onto Drew McIntyre 2 against 1. And now the Usos are looking straight into the face of Scarlett, telling her that it's all about the bloodline and it's all about them having the championships and it's all about Roman Reigns. And told her, I guess basically told her to deliver a message to your boy, Karrion Kross, that he is not going to overcome Roman Reigns and he will not overcome the bloodline. So a quick turn of events on this one. Can't believe that Karrion Kross did not show up to the ring to do another surprise attack, but he sent Scarlett, his manager, his girlfriend, his wife. I have no idea what's her relation, but whatever she is, she's the one that's the sidekick to Karrion Kross, sends her out instead with his music, makes it seem like he's going to do another sneak attack, and instead it's a double sneak attack by the Usos. So Drew McIntyre now 2 weeks in a row getting attacked from behind, no pun intended. And Drew McIntyre is not going to be a very happy man after having another sneak attack before him, but this time courtesy of the Usos. So again, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is the current updates for SmackDown. Again, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you for waiting for me because, again, as I stated in the earlier part of this broadcast, the laptop was acting like an absolute bitch and would not allow for this process to be easy. Mind you, I started this process 2 hours in advance. I started this around 6 to 6:30 to make sure everything was working perfectly, and it was. And then all of a sudden, when it's time to go to showtime and time to talk to you guys, all of a sudden the laptop wants updates. It starts freezing, starts going slow, wasn't picking up the Wi-Fi. I'm like, holy fuck. So thank goodness. Started late, but better late than never, right? So let me give you guys the update again, starting from scratch in case that you missed it. Match number 1 of the evening and the only match so far on SmackDown was the tag team women's match. It was Raquel Rodriguez teaming up with Aaliyah, going up toe-to-toe against Shotzi and Xylee. Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah did win this match. Because they won this match and because this was a first-round qualifier, they move up to the semifinals in their bracket. And then from there, at ringside, you had Natalia and Sonya Deville, who were attentively watching to see who was going to win this match, which I thought they were possibly going to cost Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah their match and their opportunity to continue moving into the higher brackets of this tournament. But apparently, Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah were able to overcome any distractions and overcome the odds. So Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah will move forward in the tournament with still having an opportunity to potentially become the next women's tag team champions. Now, they're only in the semifinals. They're not in the finals. They need one more match before they get to the finals. Then you have, after that, as I stated before, preceding this match was Karrion Kross had a segment backstage. Basically, the segment was short and sweet where he stated he's going to come for any competition that he has to go through. And that includes, Roman Reigns. That includes the Usos. That includes anyone who has the title that he is going for. He says anyone who's in his way basically has got to pay the price, has got to pay the toll, and their time is ticking and their time is up. So Karrion Kross looking to make a big impact, which he already did by attacking Drew McIntyre upon his, his premiere return. After that, you had the segment where Drew McIntyre was talking about how he completely despised the fact that he was sneak attacked by Karrion Kross, and Karrion Kross utilized McIntyre as a sacrificial sheep to be able to go ahead and make his big public reappearance and his big return back to WWE. So while Drew McIntyre was expressing how pissed off he was, that's when Karrion Kross's music hits, and I thought Kross was going to come out and cross Drew McIntyre's path again. Instead, Kross ends up sending his sidekick, Scarlett, to the ring. Scarlett gets to the ring. She's about to walk inside to approach Drew McIntyre. Drew is a little bit on his toes, knowing that, he might get sneak attacked. And instead of Karrion Kross attacking Drew McIntyre, he gets attacked by the Usos, and the Usos show up. Now, is the Usos and Roman Reigns potentially, looking to join forces with Karrion Kross? I have no idea. I highly doubt it. However, you just never know. But I would say no, because Karrion Kross is looking to get the title off of Roman Reigns. So I would say no, they're not in cahoots. But it just seemed kind of weird that Scarlett and the Usos kind of worked hand in hand in creating a sneak attack courtesy of Drew McIntyre again. So that's what we have so far, guys, as far as SmackDown goes. One match, and then we had 2 segments so far. One segment with Karrion Kross, and then a different segment preceding that with Drew McIntyre. Now that the SmackDown is back from commercial break, waiting to see what's coming up next. Is it going to be another maybe women's match leading for the tournament? Maybe it's going to be another segment about something else coming up. But so far, it's been announced that Roman Reigns potentially is not here tonight. We'll see how SmackDown develops. But so far, that was the PSA, and that PSA came from the words and the lips of Drew McIntyre. So I don't know how factual that is, but if it is, that's going to be pretty disappointing because, like I stated before, Drew McIntyre stating that tonight has disappointed the fans. The fans booed that announcement. And the fact of the matter is that Roman Reigns, if he's not here tonight, the fans are going to be pissed. Why? Because that would mean he didn't show for 3 shows within the past 2 weeks. That would be SmackDown tonight. That would be Raw, which was 4 days ago. And that would be also last week's Raw. So between the 2 Raws and 2 SmackDowns within the last 2 weeks, Roman Reigns has only showed up to SmackDown last Friday. He didn't show up to last week's Raw. He didn't show up to this week's Raw. And he potentially may not have shown up to SmackDown tonight. I have no idea what's going on. He's not injured, that's for sure. He's not suspended, but for some odd reason, he continues to not be on programming. And I can tell you this, the USA Network has been absolutely aggravated at the fact that Roman Reigns is carrying both titles and that Raw for 2 weeks in a row has not had Roman Reigns on the program. So we'll see how that's going to change, because USA is not happy with WWE right now because there's no heavyweight title showing up. And, you know, Usos didn't show up also for Raw this week or last week. So no tag team titles were on USA Network. And therefore, there was no opportunity for anyone to contest for those titles. So it's been a lot of a roller coaster ride going on with the Usos and Roman Reigns as far as showing up to the USA Network. I have no idea what's going on with that. But they better get it together before USA decides to drop them on their network. You know, USA, if they're not getting what they want, just like other networks, they're willing to go ahead and dump you. And the Viking Raiders were on their way to the ring right now as we speak. I don't know if they were supposed to have a tag team match. They were in ring attire, and they got viciously attacked by Kofi Kingston. They were literally walking through the entranceway, and Kofi attacks both of the Vikings with the kendo stick from behind. And now one of the Raiders has the shield and smacks Kofi Kingston across the face with the shield. And now the Vikings are on a 2-on-1 attack against Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston had the upper hand because he did a sneak attack on the Vikings. But now the Vikings are beating Kofi on the ground. And now they're about to bash him into the shield yet again. Oh, shit. God damn. They had one of the Vikings had Kofi on his shoulder, throws Kofi into the air, and Kofi lands face first into the shield. And now he's being dragged across the floor looking like a dead corpse. His carcass is being dragged all over. Holy shit. Oh, my goodness. And Ivar gets on top of the barricade. I have no idea how the barricade even held Ivar. But Ivar is on top of the barricade, leaps off of the barricade, and lands body to body, a cross body that lands onto Kofi Kingston. And Kofi is laid out. Referee coming out to check on Kofi. Man, oh man. Kofi started this segment with the upper hand, attacking both Vikings with the kendo stick. But the Vikings turn it around. They bash Kofi's face into the shield twice. And then Ivar leaps off of the barricade and does a huge body-to-body splash, landing on Kofi while Kofi was laying on the outside floor. Now referees are absolutely taking the time now to check on Kofi to see if Kofi is okay or if he's going to have to be dragged out in a stretcher. Prior to this segment too, by the way, they were showing a lot of different intercontinental champions. As you guys know, a lot of great ones were like Shawn Michaels, The Rock, I believe British Bulldog won it as well. A lot of greats through the history have won the Intercontinental Championship, and they were showing that promo of the history of some of the greatest champs who ever held the IC title, because later on tonight, if you didn't already know, Shinsuke and Nakamura going one-on-one against Gunther for the IC title. The IC title is on the line later on tonight, and Nakamura pulls off the victory. It was stated that he would be a 3-time Intercontinental Champion. So that title is going to be on the line tonight on SmackDown. I thought that was actually going to be maybe left later on, towards September for Clash of the Castle. But it seems like Nakamura is getting his title opportunity tonight, and that's going to be discussed later on SmackDown. So there is going to be an IC title defense tonight. let me take a moment here to see what we got going in the comments section. We got Crystal Gilliam says, if WWE company take the titles off of Roman Reigns, I will stop watching. Holy shit. Yes, she will stop watching. Who else we got? We've got Nicholas Bishop from Utah says Roman is a part-timer. Then we've got Crystal says, and the rates will fall down if they take the titles off of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, she also says Roman Reigns is a part-timer. Oh, man, you guys are hilarious. So I appreciate you guys dropping the comments. Guys, this goes to shout out to Crystal Gilliam and to Nicholas Bishop. Guys, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like the video. And guys, don't forget to turn on the notifications as well so that for future segments like this, you'll be able to join the broadcast. Thank you so much, by the way, for dropping the comments. You guys are greatly appreciated. And by the way, I wasn't ignoring you guys. I was just kind of going through the, through the recaps of what's occurred on SmackDown so far. You guys are awesome. And I do appreciate you guys taking the opportunity and taking the time to drop some comments here tonight. I always appreciate anyone who drops comments, and I will always show your comments on screen because I do like the interaction. I do like you guys giving your feedback, giving your ideas, giving your predictions, and giving your, what you think is going to happen in the present or in the near future. So we've got two people. We've got Nicholas Bishop and Crystal Gilliam both stated that Roman Reigns is a part-timer. And we've got them. Crystal has basically boldly stated that if Roman Reigns loses the titles, she will stop watching WWE content altogether. Well, we all know Roman Reigns has got to lose the titles eventually. However, I personally believe that Roman Reigns will not lose the title against Drew McIntyre at Clash of the Castle. I also don't think that he's going to lose it at Karrion Kross because to me, Roman Reigns is on a level way too far beyond Karrion Kross, and Karrion Kross just came to SmackDown and just joined, the official, the official WWE Heavyweight Championship title hunt. When you just joined the program, you're usually not going to get the title that fast. Now, if this was AEW, as you guys may or may not know, AEW is a lot more likely to give people the title, whether it be on Dynamite, Rampage, or the pay-per-view, and they'll even give it to newcomers. As you guys probably may or may not know, they gave Claudio the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship literally a month after he joined the AEW programming. So in AEW is more likely, WWE not so much. By the way, guys, here on SmackDown, as I was giving you that little off of a tangent segue, it looks like Sami Zayn came knocking on Roman Reigns' door yet again for 2 weeks in a row, and the Usos opened the door and said, basically, we're about to kick him out and tell him, get out of here, stop disrupting as you've been doing, for the past week or so. And right when they were going to kick Sami Zayn away, Drew McIntyre got a little bit of revenge. Drew McIntyre showed up and attacked both of the Usos by himself and beat both of them up. So Drew McIntyre getting a little bit of revenge so far against the Usos. Will he be able to get some revenge against Karrion Kross, considering that Kross did attack him last week? That is yet to be seen. All right, let's see what's coming up next. We've got a tag team coming out. I'm not too familiar with this tag team, but it seems like they're back on SmackDown. It looks like they were gone for a little while. I think they're called the Hit Row. Let's see. Yep, it looks like Hit Row's coming out to the ring, and Ashante's coming out with them as well. I don't know if Ashante's going to be in action. I don't know if Hit Row's going to be in action, but they are coming to the ring. Michael Cole is absolutely ecstatic at the fact that Hit Row is back on SmackDown. I honestly have never seen this tag team in competition, so I have no idea how good they are as far as in-ring capability. However, Michael Cole seems to be pretty ecstatic about the fact that they're back into SmackDown's programming, and the crowd seems to be giving them a pretty good reaction. Now they're gonna be on 2-on-2 competition. I think they are, because there's two jabronis that are already inside of the ring. The generic guys, those guys that they kind of bring them just for dark matches or for like one offers or like one hit wonder type of matches. So it looks like it is going to be a 2-on-2 competition, but their competition is like -52. These are the guys that you face like the first time that you're premiering on a show. And it looks like Top Dollar starting things off. Brandon Scott seems to be the name of one of these jabronis, getting cleared out by Top Dollar, and then Top Dollar goes and attacks Brandon's opponent. So now his opponent is off the apron. Holy shit. Top Dollar, a huge, massive right knee that catches the lips, catches the chin across the face of Brandon Scott. And then Top Dollar's tag team partner jumps into the ring and two big boots to the face of Brandon Scott. Brandon Scott right now getting his ass whooped by Hit Row, his tag team partner, yet to get in the ring. And now Trevor Irvin tries to sneak attack Top Dollar. Top Dollar catches both men in the ring as Brandon also tries to perform a sneak attack. He has both men on top of his shoulders and slams both of them to the ground. Adonis just got tagged in. Top Dollar lifting up Brandon Scott. Trevor Irvin rolled out of the ring. Holy shit. Top Dollar, he grabs Brandon Scott, puts him on his shoulders, and while he has him on his shoulders, his tag team partner Adonis gets tagged in, and then he goes and drop kicks the shit out of Brandon Scott, and simultaneously as Brandon Scott is catching a drop kick, he gets planted onto the mat by Top Dollar. They call this move the heavy hitter, which seems to be their finisher, because as soon as they got the double move, boom, they go for the pin, and Adonis gets the 1-2-3 on Brandon Scott. And Trevor Irvin, who was Brandon Scott's partner, never even got one offensive move in this match. And these guys lose in dramatic fashion. Now Ashanti's in the ring asking the crowd, "Did you miss us?" And the crowd's like, "Hell yeah." Yo, Top Dollar's tall as fuck. They said he's 6'5", and I think he weighs like what, 280, 300 pounds? That's a big fucking dude. Pause, no pun intended. Ashanti says, we're back in business, and we're the OG3. And if you didn't know, now you know. Well, guess what? I'm one of those people that didn't know, but I guess now I know. The OG3. OG3. Ashanti, Top Dollar, and Adonis making their return back on SmackDown. I tell you what, Triple H, ever since he's become EVP, the executive vice president, and Vince McMahon has retired, business has been picking up in a good way. Oh, and it says in memory of Gene LeBell. Gene LeBell looks like he has passed away. They say he was the godfather of grappling, and he taught Ronda Rousey and many others. Basically, like he was kind of like a mentor in training camps. So, shout out to I've never knew who that person was, but Gene LeBell passed away today. So, condolences to him and his family for Gene LeBell passing away. But yeah, guys, Top Dollar and Adonis accompany to the ring tonight with Ashanti, the OG3, aka the heavy hitters. These guys came out tonight. They more than performed, and Hit Row starting, SmackDown with a victory. Of course, they fought two jabronis, but it's always good to get a nice victory and get momentum going, especially when it's your return back to SmackDown. So we've got a couple of returns so far. Yeah, Karrion Kross returned recently, about a week ago. You've got the Hit Row returns, aka Top Dollar, Adonis, and Ashante back on SmackDown programming. Who else returned? We had Dexter Lumis returned recently. Dexter Lumis, for those that didn't know, he returned on Raw. And Dexter Lumis, by the way, that when Dexter Lumis returned, I feel like the audience that was in attendance for Raw, that was like the absolute worst audience of all time, because either most people didn't know who he was, or they thought that it was some random person that got arrested by police. And I tell you, where WWE maybe slacked a little bit on Dexter's return. Dexter Lumis, they didn't show him in the first segment. So there was a segment where Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky went backstage and started talking smack to it was Alexa Bliss and I forgot who Alexa Bliss is currently teamed up with right now, but they were talking shit basically to those girls. What ended up happening is that during that segment, all of a sudden on the left side of the screen, you see security officers running. It was like 3 or 4 security officers, and also I think it was a couple of WWE referees running as well. They didn't turn the camera around, so you don't know who security is chasing after, right? Shortly after the girls have their little segment and the security run by, all of a sudden AJ Styles shows up. He walks past Bailey and her two girls. The girls go to their opposite direction, and then AJ Styles is looking in the direction of where the security ran towards, but yet the cameraman never turns around to show us where security is going. So I'm like, yo, what just happened? Did somebody get arrested? Maybe there was a fan that somehow snuck into the backstage. I'm thinking, to me, it was just, a disgruntled fan or maybe an excited fan, and they were running out there to, to kind of get hands on to see backstage where all the wrestlers were, right? Later on in the evening, then you have the segment where this person pulls up to the front row near the barricade. Security comes out, grabs this person. The person has a hoodie on. You don't really know who it is, and the person gets dragged out of the stadium. The Raw audience didn't know whether to cheer or not. They didn't know if it was real. They didn't know if it was a part of the script or part of the segment. So that person, nobody knew. I didn't even know either. However, prior to Raw closing out, Michael Cole had said something like, Is that Dexter? Is that Dexter? And I'm like, wait, who? And then they cut Raw right there at that moment, because Michael Cole was about to I guess spoil who it was. So nobody knew, because the cameraman also at ringside did not capture who this person was. It was the same person, coincidentally, that was backstage getting chased by security, which we of course found that out after the fact, because WWE started posting it on Instagram as one of their ways of giving, the spilling the beans, basically the spoiler alert on Instagram after Raw, had closed out. So with that segment, nobody knew who it was until Instagram and other, platforms started announcing the information. What ended up happening there was Dexter Lumis was the person that was getting arrested, and then we found that information out afterwards. So if you didn't know, Dexter Lumis did return recently this week of Raw, but I felt that it was very mishandled the way that they did it, because I guess they tried to make it like super hyped up by him getting arrested. But the thing was, we didn't really know who he was initially, because he had his hoodie on. Nobody could see his face, and everybody was thinking it was just a fan that escaped from security. So WWE kind of fucked up the return of Dexter Lumis, in my opinion. However, it is what it is. Dexter Lumis is back. And the reason why I went off on a tangent on that is because WWE has gotten better and better with every show, courtesy of Triple H, now that he's the one in charge and Vince McMahon has officially retired. So Dexter Lumis is back. So now that we're done going off on a tangent about Dexter Lumis and also Hit Row and all the other returns, let's see who's coming up next. Commercial break is now over, and let me see who we got here. All right, so now we've got Gunther backstage right now. Gunther says to go ahead and deliver a message to Nakamura and says that tonight Nakamura is going to be suffering when they go one-on-one for the IC title. A short but straight to the point segment. Now, the upcoming segment that we have right here on SmackDown is going to be, it looks like the official contract signing for SmackDown. Oh, who's this? Ronda Rousey's here. I think Ronda Rousey was fined and suspended by WWE, and Ronda Rousey is here for the contract signing. And she came in through the audience with a bag. She has a huge duffel bag. Security has not stopped her, and she has a microphone in her hand. This contract signing has nothing to do with Ronda Rousey. It's supposed to be between Liv Morgan and what is it, Shayna Baszler, and the fans are chanting Ronda's name. They're like, Ronda, Ronda. Well, let's see what she's got to say. And I wonder what she has in that duffel bag. Oh shit! She has a bag full of money. She says it was a lot of money that she decided to bring in this bag to pay the fine that she owes to WWE. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and she says this is not the last time that she's going to do an attack that's going to cost her money. She says, I can afford to pay as many fines as I want to WWE. So she says WWE can continue to fine her all they want. And she says she'll pay the price. She says she's willing to pay any fines that WWE is going to, send her way because she's basically rich and she can afford it. Now we've got security and officials coming out here trying to get Ronda Rousey out of the ring. Holy shit. And Ronda Rousey grabbing one of the security guards. She's got the female security. She's got her arm. She flipped it to the ground. Is she going to put her in the armbar? Holy shit. Oh, Ronda Rousey lets her go. Ronda Rousey was about to attack one of the security officers, one of the female security. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Ronda Rousey kind of looking delicious tonight, too. Sheesh. Got the hair did. Outfit's cute. I think this outfit is better for her. And to be honest, I think Ronda Rousey's turning from face to heel. And I love the fact that she's heel. Oh, Shayna Baszler coming out talking smack to Ronda Rousey. Ronda was about to exit, and she says to Ronda Rousey, she says, don't you know that this is not how you play the game? This is not how you play. She says, you got to play by the rules. And she says, this is not the way that you do it. Talking smack to Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey looked at her and says, man, get the hell out of here. And Ronda Rousey walks backstage, not giving a shit about Shayna Baszler's advice. I got a feeling Ronda Rousey is definitely turning from face to heel. She came out with a wardrobe that's all black. Usually, she comes out with the Roddy Piper outfit. Usually, she comes out with the cute little skirt and the little white shirt. Tonight, she is all serious. She is all business. She did not come out with the Roddy Piper outfit, the girl version that she wears. She did not come out with her usual theme song. She came out here to put WWE on notice, to let them know, if you don't give me what I want, I'm going to continue to attack people throughout the arena, and I'm going to continue to destroy people, and I'm going to continue to pay all the fines because she says she doesn't care, and she's going to eventually get what she wants. Now, Shayna Baszler is walking to the ring for the official contract signing. Ronda Rousey has officially been escorted out of the stadium to backstage, and Shayna Baszler now looking at the money that Ronda Rousey has thrown all over the table. Is Shayna Baszler about to take Ronda Rousey's money? About to see. This has been a very interesting SmackDown so far tonight. It's a lot of business picking up. Shayna Baszler right now talking smack, saying that when she goes one-on-one versus Liv Morgan at Clash of the Castle, she says that she's gonna walk all over Liv Morgan. She's gonna drag her carcass around, and she's gonna take the WWE Smackdown title from her. And Liv Morgan on her way to the ring. Ooh la la. Woo! Liv Morgan looking phenomenal as usual. I'll tell you what, I met Liv Morgan in person when I went to SummerSlam a couple weeks ago. And I'll tell you what, guys, if you think she's cute in on TV or on video or on photo on her Instagram, you got to see her live and in person. She is, whoo, she's even cuter face to face. If you guys don't have my Instagram, you can go check it out. Coach King Zeus is my Instagram, and I met her a couple weeks ago at a meet and greet before SummerSlam. And now Liv Morgan in the center of the ring, face to face with Shayna Baszler. Oh, shit. Liv Morgan said that Shayna Baszler is like a bootleg Ronda Rousey. Oh, shit. She says, and she beat the real deal twice, so she can beat her. Damn, Liv Morgan coming out talking big time. Ooh, I like it. And Liv Morgan signing the contract with no problem in front of Shayna Baszler's face. And now she lifts the title up in the air and blows a kiss to the title. Oh, shit. Shayna Baszler grabs Liv Morgan on the left arm where she has the cast, smacks it against the table. Oh, shit. Now she's twisting her arm. Oh, and she's got her face laying on top of Liv Morgan. She's got a foot on Liv Morgan's face, I should say, and pulling Liv Morgan's arm, the one that has the cast, twisting it backwards. Now she's got the foot on the hands. Ooh, and then she smashes the foot across the elbow area, and Liv Morgan is screaming in pain now. Holy shit. And now Shayna Baszler over here attacking the arm again, kicks the arm yet again. Now she's got her on her feet. Oh, and she snaps the arm on the shoulder. Shayna Baszler grabs the arm of Liv Morgan and smacks Liv Morgan's arm across her own, I guess, holy shit. Now she's putting her to the third ropes. Oh! Shayna Baszler was literally about to go ahead and do a top rope move to Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan reverses and bounces her feet off the third rope turnbuckle and causes Shayna Baszler to go face first into the table. Shayna Baszler was holding Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan performs a bulldog move off the third rope, and Shayna goes straight through the table. Woo! Liv Morgan, baby, coming up big time tonight. Damn, but in the process of her performing the bulldog on Shayna Baszler, she also hurt her left arm even more. Oh, and Shayna Baszler grabbing one of her teeth. I wonder if she lost a tooth. Holy shit. Yeah, buddy. Liv Morgan coming out a little bit stronger and coming out a little bit more intensity. The good girl image is starting to go away a little bit. I kind of like it. I like the spicy Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan being super spicy tonight. Beating the shit out of Shayna Baszler with a bulldog through the table. Woo! Yes, sir. Liv Morgan absolutely giving Shayna Baszler the business tonight. What a beautiful move. Liv Morgan off the third rope turnbuckle performs a bulldog to throw Shayna Baszler through the table, and Liv Morgan has a little bit more spice, a little bit more intensity, and a little bit more skip to her step. I'll tell you what, man, I am definitely a Liv Morgan fan, and ever since she's won the title, an even bigger Liv Morgan fan. I know a lot of people are like, oh, sometimes, she's a little bit flimsy or she looks like she gets beat up easily. But I'll tell you what, she's been changing it around. Her whole gimmick, her whole persona, her whole everything. Liv Morgan has absolutely been changing her whole dynamic. That whole good girl image, she's starting to change it. She's starting to have a little bit more rough edges. Well, guys, that ends that segment for the contract signing between Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler originally gets the upper hand, beating on Liv Morgan's injured arm. And then right when she was about to perform, all of a sudden, you get Liv Morgan with a reversal off the third rope. Shayna Baszler face first through the table, courtesy of Liv Morgan performing a bulldog on her and potentially knocking one of her teeth out. Shayna Baszler looks like she may have lost a tooth, courtesy of Liv Morgan performing the bulldog off the third rope. Woo! Let's go. All right, guys, how much do we have left on SmackDown? SmackDown, we've got, all right, first hour is done. We've got 52 minutes to go for the remaining of SmackDown tonight. And by the way, we do have still the Intercontinental title later on tonight. If you didn't already know, Shinsuke Nakamura trying to become a 3-time IC title champ, going one-on-one against Gunther. Now, I do say one-on-one. However, Gunther always has, his homie at ringside. So we're going to see if it's going to be a fair Intercontinental match or if there's going to be some outside interference. Because as you guys know, Gunther never comes out to the ring alone. So we're going to see how that turns out. Right now, it's currently on commercial break, waiting for this to come back from commercial. I'll tell you what, there's been a lot more talking segments tonight on SmackDown than there has been actual matches. So far, we've only had, a total of 2 matches, I believe. Yeah, the first one was the women's tag team match for moving forward in the tournament for the titles. And the second match was with Hit Row showing up tonight as a surprise appearance. So other than that, my friends, there hasn't been any other matches so far. It's been mostly a lot of segments where people are just blindsiding each other and sneak attacks left and right. Hopefully, the match with Nakamura and Gunther later on tonight for the IC title was right down the middle. Because as you guys know, Ludwig, Ludwig Kaiser? Yeah, Ludwig Kaiser. He's usually the one that comes out with Gunther. Now, I will say this: it would be a plot twist if Ludwig Kaiser will cost Gunther his title for the match tonight. The reason why I say that is because Ludwig Kaiser, right? Ludwig Kaiser, the last couple of weeks has not been getting so much moral support or positive support by Gunther. Even when Gunther won his match, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Ludwig won his match 2 weeks ago, but he had Gunther's assist in order to win the match. So he got chopped across the chest by Gunther because Gunther was like, you may have won the match, but you did not do it alone. So who knows? Maybe tonight, are we going to see possibly Ludwig Kaiser betray Gunther and cost Gunther the title, considering that Gunther has not really morally supported Ludwig Kaiser during his matches? That'll be a very interesting plot twist to see on SmackDown tonight. Let's see how this all works out. By the way, guys, earlier, I believe today, if I'm not mistaken, they had a couple of people like Snoop Dogg, Gabriel Iglesias, a.k.a. known as Fluffy, Liv Morgan, Usos, a whole bunch of different people that showed up to the SoFi Stadium in honor of the official WrestleMania party launch. And in that how would I say, in that party launch, they had Snoop Dogg come out and he was handed a gold WWE title, which, by the way, has to be one of the sexiest WWE titles that I have ever seen. No one has this title. Only Snoop Dogg, and it was given to him by the Street Profits. And I would say they need to get that title on WWEshop.com, because I know everyone and their mama and their daddy would buy that gold WWE title. That title is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely sexy. Now we have the current undisputed tag team champs coming out. We the ones, aka the Usos, aka two of the three members of the Bloodline. The fans, everyone with one finger in the air, repping with the Usos. Are the Usos going to be in tag team competition tonight? We will see in just a moment. I'll tell you what, if you guys never seen these guys live and in person, these guys are absolutely phenomenal as far as when you watch them in the ring, when they wrestle. And the music, when the music plays, the music is absolutely phenomenal. Yo, the bass on their tracks, that should be bumping. SmackDown tonight is #1 trending in the United States on Twitter. Oh, so Jey Uso, with a lot of intensity, says, Drew McIntyre, get your ass out here right now. And he calls him out. He says, and pick a partner of your choosing. Drew McIntyre right now coming out to the ring solo and has nobody with him as his tag team partner. Is it going to be 2-on-1, or maybe Sami Zayn might join him, since the Usos have been dissing Sami Zayn? Maybe Karrion Kross might join. Who will Drew McIntyre have as his partner? Oh, no one came out. They started the match. I guess it's 2-on-1. Jey Uso starting it off. Ooh, and a chop across the face of Drew McIntyre. But then Drew McIntyre, a massive clothesline across the face of Jey Uso. And then he goes over to the corner and throws Jimmy Uso off of the apron. And now McIntyre taking Jey Uso to the outside of the ring and rams him across the barricade. And then Jimmy tries to get him. And then a clothesline to Jimmy. And now Jey and Jimmy Uso laid out again. Both men laid out on the floor on the outside. Drew McIntyre lifts up Jey Uso and a big Ric Flair chop across the chest, and then throws Jey Uso back into the ring. Drew McIntyre out here not needing a tag team partner, apparently going 2-on-1 handicap match against the Usos. And a big punch across Jey's face by Drew McIntyre. And now Drew McIntyre with a massive elbow across the face of Jey Uso. But then Jimmy Uso with two big feet across the face of Drew McIntyre. Jimmy Uso laying on the outside of the apron, causing a big distraction to Drew McIntyre. Now Jey Uso stomping across the stomach of McIntyre. Jimmy gets tagged in. And now the Usos doing a wishbone move to Drew McIntyre. Holy shit. He's going to wish that he wasn't in this match alone. The Usos now taking it to Drew McIntyre. Jimmy distracting the ref as Jey Uso plants a punch on the back of the scalp of McIntyre. And now Jimmy Uso tags Jey Uso back into the ring. Jey over here stomping feet. Oh, shit. Who's this? Someone coming out to help Drew McIntyre? Oh, it's Madcap Moss. Madcap Moss coming to Drew McIntyre's rescue to even the odds. And Madcap laying both Usos out. Then he goes rope to rope and lays out Jey Uso again. And now Jimmy runs towards Madcap, and Madcap catches him, throws him over his head with a fallaway slam. Both Usos in the corners. Madcap rushing to the abdomen area, shoulder first into Jey, and then shoulder first into Jimmy. And now Drew McIntyre and Madcap both perform a clothesline on each Uso, and both Usos fly outside of the ring. Madcap and Drew McIntyre are now on the same page. These guys have never tagged up to my recollection, and man oh man, they are in complete control right now. Drew McIntyre and Madcap actually look like a very suitable tag team. They've got the gimmick, they've got the look, they've got the in-ring presence, they've got the wrestling capabilities to be a good tag team. If it were me, I would make Drew McIntyre lose at the pay-per-view against Roman Reigns, and then I would have Madcap and Drew McIntyre try to go after the tag team titles against the Usos. That would be phenomenal. Or who knows, maybe even schedule them in a tag team match next week on SmackDown for the titles. They could even do that, and then maybe create some buzz. I don't know if the Usos will lose their titles, but it'll be very interesting if they were to put a title shot next week, if Madcap Moss and Drew McIntyre are able to come up with a victory tonight in this tag team match that was initially started as a 2-on-1 match. Woo! Let's get it. All right, guys, it is currently now on a commercial break. And give me a quick 2 seconds as I want to go ahead and get a prop. For those of you that did not see SmackDown last week, let me show you what I purchased over at SummerSlam, showing support to the Bloodline when I was there live and in person in Nashville, Tennessee, when I drove out there. 1 second here. Woo, guys, I am back. And let me go ahead. For those of you who are new to the channel, or for those of you who are not new to the channel but didn't get a chance to see this last week, let me show you what I purchased over at SummerSlam. You see that? Look at that. See that? What that says? We the ones. See that? And then look what it says. The Bloodline. And don't forget, guys, that I am your #1 SmackDown announcer. Woo! That's right. So for all the haters, this is your #1 YouTube channel. We the ones. Or I should say, I be the one. You feel me? Woo! Let's get it. It's one of the best prop merchandises that I bought in a long time. I saw it and I was like, I gotta get that. That's gonna be exciting to use at pay-per-views when I go live and in person, and it's gonna be even more exciting here on these type of programs on the broadcast on YouTube for WWE Smackdown. And coincidentally, we got 2 of the 3 members of the Bloodlines performing tonight, even though Roman Reigns is not here. All right, we're back from commercial break, and we've got Jey Uso raising one finger in the air. We got Jimmy Uso raising one finger in the air to the audience. Well, you know what that means. Gonna have to raise one finger in the air for all of you guys, for all of you watching here tonight. Woo! All right, let's get serious. Let's get back to business. All right, so Jey Uso now in the center of the ring with Madcap Moss. Goes for a super kick. Moss catches the kick. Picks Jey up and slams him to the mat. Planting Jey into the center of the ring. And now both guys looking to see if they can get a tag here. The crowd out here hyping up Drew McIntyre. The crowd clapping it up. Trying to hype up Madcap Moss to get the tag. Jey Uso also trying to reach for Jimmy. Jey gets his tag first, but Madcap gets his tag as well. Now we've got Drew McIntyre going up against Jimmy Uso. He knocks him down twice. Now he's going rope to rope and then catches him with an elbow and takes him down again. Ooh, and Drew McIntyre with a belly-to-belly suplex on Jimmy, flinging him across the ring. Jey Uso jumps into the ring, catches a neck breaker by Drew McIntyre, and Jimmy goes after Drew McIntyre, and he also gets caught with a neck breaker, courtesy of McIntyre. And McIntyre does the leap-up motion the way that Shawn Michaels used to do when he was ready to do the Sweet Chin Music, how he would leap off the mat onto his feet. Oh, and Sami Zayn in the center of the ring, distracting Drew McIntyre. What the hell is going on here? Oh, and a super kick by Jimmy to Drew. Jey Uso gets tagged, flies off the ropes, body-to-body splash. Oh, and Drew McIntyre kicks out even with all of that. Even with the Sami Zayn distraction, even with the super kick, by Jimmy, and even with the splash off the third rope by Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre finds a way to stay alive, and this tag team match will continue. Sami Zayn trying his best to impress the Usos and the Bloodline, but so far the distraction has not created success for the Usos. And now Jimmy gets tagged back into the ring. Jimmy and Jay with one finger in the air for the We the Ones. Madcap Moss gets dragged. Madcap Moss on the outside drags Jey Uso to the outside and slams Jey Uso again to the barricade. Oh, but then he goes to clothesline Jay after Jay gets rammed into the barricade. And then Jay clotheslines him, and they both go flying over the barricade to where the fans are. Oh, shit. And then now a double headbutt performed by Jimmy and Drew. Oh, shit. Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre gets the pin over Jimmy Uso. Sami Zayn barking orders over at the referee. Sami Zayn, no help to the Usos. And Jey Uso and Madcap Moss are still laid out. They went flying over the barricade simultaneously, laid out next to the front row fans. And now Drew McIntyre, a massive stare down to Sami Zayn, who is still on the outside of the ring. Oh, and Jey Uso tried to get a sneak attack onto Drew McIntyre with a super kick. McIntyre plants him on the ground. And now 3, 2, 1. Oh, and Sami Zayn pushes. Holy shit. And Sami Zayn pushes Jey Uso out of the way. The Claymore kick goes across the face of Sami Zayn, laying Sami Zayn out in the center of the ring. And Jey Uso escapes with Jimmy. The referee gives them the titles, and they run out and hightail it quickly before Jey Uso was about to catch a Claymore kick. Sami Zayn caught a massive boot to the face by Drew McIntyre, purposely being the sacrificial sheep to save Jey Uso. Sami Zayn is simping so hard to try to become a part of the Bloodline, taking the shot to the face. No pun intended. Pause. Madcap Moss and Drew McIntyre in the ring, raising each other's hands up into the air in victory, getting a pin over the Usos. Now we got a segment going on backstage. I don't know who these guys are. So you had the Maximum Male models basically backstage trying to take model photos, and the girl that they have with them, usually by their side, she gets basically hit on by these two other jabronis, and they tell these guys, well, you guys need to basically get out of here because you don't qualify to be anywhere near us, the Maxim models, or the Maximum models, whatever the fuck they're called, because I know they're definitely not on Maxim, that's for sure. All right, I got a feeling that pretty soon coming up next should be the Intercontinental Championship, considering the fact that they are showing the promo of Nakamura and Gunther at this time. Maybe the final match of the evening. We'll see. I don't think anybody else is scheduled either to compete, and I don't think there's any other segments that we've missed so far. So IC title should be on the way. Again, like I stated, I almost would love for Ludwig Kaiser to cost his partner, aka his mentor Gunther, who was the IC champ, cost him the title tonight. That would create so much animosity. That would basically put SmackDown on a high level this week, and that would really, really change things leading into the Clash of the Castle. Nakamura, it says, coming up next, facing on Gunther. Oh my gosh, here we go with Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee always with this nonsense. Every time the Nakamura songs hits, he always gets on top of the commentator's desk and starts dancing like a jugger jabroni. Pat McAfee, man, I know he brings life to the SmackDown commentator's desk, but he's got to chill with the dancing, man. And then not only does he dance on the desk, but he's always stomping his dirty shoes on top of Michael Cole's like blazer and shit. You feel me? I'm like, man, have a little bit of respect for the legend of Michael Cole. They're showing a November 11, 1999 SmackDown recap when Arnold Schwarzenegger showed up to SmackDown holding one of the vintage WWF titles. Oh, they show Arnold Schwarzenegger beating up Triple H. He gave Stone Cold Steve Austin a chair. Arnold Schwarzenegger played a huge role in that SmackDown segment. That was 1999. God damn. 23 years ago. That's a fucking long time ago. Holy shit. All right, guys. We are now currently on a commercial break again. The final match of the evening is coming up momentarily. And again, for those of you who just tuned in, because I do see more viewers jumping in, I'm going to give a quick recap. Match number 1, Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah face Shotzi and Xia Li. Raquel Rodriguez gets the pin. Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah move to the semifinals in the women's tournament, which is for the tag team titles. After that, McIntyre was addressing that he got attacked by Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross ends up sending Scarlett to the ring. Scarlett ends up distracting McIntyre, and the Usos attack McIntyre, which is what led to the tag team match tonight. Also, there was a Karrion Kross segment where he says he's coming for everybody and he's coming for the titles. After that, you had the tag team Hit Row showed up. Hit Row premiered back on SmackDown tonight. They've been gone for a while, and it looks like they had a tag team match against two generic wrestlers, Brandon Scott, Trevor Irvin, two nobodies. Of course, Hit Row gets the victory, and Top Dollar, Ashante, and Adonis back on SmackDown, creating waves. Hopefully they'll be here long term because, as you know, tag team division always can use great competition. A little bit after that, they announced that Gene LaBelle passed away, who happened to be one of Ronda Rousey's mentors. So he passed away, I guess, today. Shortly after that, you had the contract signing of Liv Morgan and what's this chick's name? Shayna Baszler. Prior to the two of them coming out, Ronda Rousey came out. She threw some money on the table. She says, "Here, WWE, you can have this money." This is her way of paying that fine for attacking Liv Morgan and also attacking the referee several weeks ago. And then from there, as she's leaving through the Titantron, when she's leading towards the Titantron, going backstage, Shayna Baszler comes out and tells her, "You can't run business like this. This is not how you get shit done around here." And Ronda Rousey comes out and tells Shayna Baszler, basically, "Fuck you" or "fuck off," and she just walks away and didn't give two fucks what Shayna Baszler had to say as far as giving her friendly advice. So I think that moving forward, Ronda Rousey is a heel because she's acting very out of character and very different. She didn't have her usual wardrobe. She wore in an all black outfit with black makeup. I think she's turning heel. And she also told WWE that I don't care how many times you find me, I'm going to beat the shit out of whoever I want in the industry. Shortly after that, that's when Liv Morgan goes to the ring, meets up with Shayna Baszler. They sign the contract. Liv Morgan starts mocking Shayna Baszler with the title. Shayna Baszler starts destroying the injured arm of Liv Morgan. Then she goes to put Liv Morgan onto the top rope. Liv Morgan reverses, catches Shayna Baszler in a bulldog move, and that bulldog move ends up putting Shayna Baszler through the table and breaks the table in half. And Shayna Baszler also looks like she may have broken a tooth in the process of that move performed by Liv Morgan. Later after that, you had the Usos come out. They went ahead and told Drew McIntyre to come out here and let's have a tag team match. Drew McIntyre started the match 2-on-1 handicap. Eventually, Madcap Moss comes out to help. Both guys get on the same page. Drew McIntyre gets the pin. He gets the victory. And at the end of the match, Sami Zayn catches the big boot, the Claymore kick from Drew McIntyre. And now here we are to the final portion of SmackDown. All right, we got a backstage segment going on. Let me see. Ricochet over here talking about what happened last week with SmackDown, talking about how Happy Corbin was distracted by Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee's distraction caused Happy Corbin to land nutsack first onto the top third rope. Ricochet ended up taking advantage of that, performs the shooting star press on Happy Corbin, gets the immediate pin, and gets the victory, courtesy of the distraction of Pat McAfee. Ricochet ends up getting a big W over Happy Corbin. After the match, they start throwing a Nerf ball around, and then Pat McAfee kicks their Nerf ball into the audience. That all happened last week, though, not this week, but they were showing the recap of that situation. And now Ricochet is getting interviewed backstage. Ricochet's talking about that he feels he has momentum now. He feels he's been shot out of a cannon, and he says that he feels like he is propelling forward in his career path here on SmackDown. Oh, shit. And now Ricochet, while he's talking about how he's ready for any and all competition, Happy Corbin comes out of nowhere and attacks Ricochet. And then he starts dusting his shoes off towards the face of Ricochet in complete disrespect and complete disgust towards Ricochet. And Happy Corbin says, "Hey, baby, we're just getting started." Woo! Did not expect that segment between Happy Corbin and Ricochet. I thought the minor segments and backstage stuff was pretty much done. Looks like next week on SmackDown, it is officially announced that Roman Reigns will be on SmackDown face to face with Drew McIntyre to talk about their upcoming match that's at the Clash of the Castle. And it looks like next week on SmackDown, it's been officially announced that there will be what's called a Viking funeral for the New Day. I don't know what that's going to be, but that's announced for next week. Also, next week on SmackDown, you have the Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament continuing. Nikita Lyons, Zoe Stark up against Natalya and Sonya Deville. I got to go with Nikita and Zoe Stark. That's next week, though, guys. That's not this week on SmackDown. But Nikita Lyons, Zoe Stark, too much muscle, too much power, too much strength, too much in-ring capability. I don't think that that Natalya and Sonya Deville are gonna do anything next week. They're gonna lose that. They're gonna lose that match. I think they're gonna lose that match easily, if I'm being honest. Nikita Lyons has not been utilized as much as I would have thought WWE would have wanted to utilize her, which is a little bit odd. You know what I'm saying? But she's a powerhouse. I mean, she's got the in-ring capability. She got the strength. She's got the sassiness. She's got the sexiness. She's got a cute gimmick. She's got a cute wardrobe when she comes to the ring. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't utilized her more. I know they used to utilize her more on NXT, but even on NXT, they kind of slowed down using her. All right, and now we've got Shinsuke Nakamura coming out to the ring. Music hit, crowd hyped up, ready for the IC title to be on the line. Will Nakamura become a new champ, a three-time champ here on SmackDown tonight? Let's hope that he does. I'll be honest, Gunther's kind of like a boring champion. Nakamura should win the title tonight, but we'll see. I'll tell you what, if you've never seen Nakamura in person, Nakamura's music is so loud and it's so dope when you're there listening to it live. Oh, 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 oh. That boy Nakamura song, bro. Get anybody hyped. I guess in some ways I can't blame Pat McAfee for always being on top of the commentators that's dancing every time Nakamura's song hits. Here we go. Gunther on his way to the ring. And of course, Ludwig Kaiser is going to accompany him. Ludwig Kaiser on the microphone right now. Announcing the Intercontinental Champion, Gunther. I'll tell you what, Ludwig Kaiser on the microphone has kind of like I mean, not as good, but he has somewhat of a resemblance in the vocals as what's his name? Kennedy. Remember Kennedy, guys? Mr. Kennedy. And then he put his hands up. Kennedy. That's kind of the way that Ludwig Kaiser kind of sounds like when he announces Gunther. Mr. Kennedy, man, that shit used to be funny. Every time he would come out with that shit. From Green Bay, Wisconsin. That used to be hilarious, bro. Anyways, back to the program. Gunther now on the way to the ring. Both boys actually coming to the ring together. You already know Ludwig Kaiser is probably going to interfere in this match. I wonder if anybody's going to come out to maybe look over the shoulder for Nakamura, considering that Ludwig Kaiser is out here. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Somebody in the audience has a sign in the background that says, "Thank you, Triple H." I agree. Thank you, Triple H, for picking business up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I used to like Vince when he was running things, but I'll tell you what, there was a lot of things that Vince would do wrong. And I like that Triple H is cleaning it all up, you know? Shinsuke Nakamura gets introduced first. Gunther getting introduced now, even though he was introduced earlier by his protege Ludwig Kaiser. We've got the official ring announcer now announcing both gentlemen. Gunther Nakamura. Both men have been announced. Both men in the center of the ring. And of course, you already know WWE style is you got to take a commercial break before the match starts. You know what I'm saying? They always got to take a commercial break before the match starts. Every single time. Doesn't fail, bro. Sheesh. Well, while they're on commercial break, guys, let me go ahead and quickly try to log into my Instagram so I could go ahead and show you guys what I was talking about earlier today as far as the that new WWE Championship. In case you guys didn't catch it, let me go ahead and pull up the Instagram right quick, guys. Oh, and by the way, let me go ahead and show you guys my Instagram too. So if you guys want to follow, you know what time it is. Let me hit the share the screen right quick for you guys. You guys are more than welcome to follow. This is my Instagram right here. As you guys can see, it says Coach King Zeus. Guys, this is the name right here, Coach King Zeus. This is my official Instagram. Hopefully one day I can get certified on it there and get the blue check mark. But that is my official Instagram. As you guys can probably see on the top, one of the main people I follow, you already know, Liv Morgan. Yes, sir. That's who I follow. That's one of the people I follow. All right. Anyways, what I wanted to show you guys is this. WWE, right? I think WWE has it on theirs. Let's check their page first. Let's see. WWE. Where was it? So this was what I was telling you guys earlier. This is, for those that didn't know, this right here, look. This is Dexter Lumis. This was on Raw this week. He was taken out by security, but most people didn't know that it was him because of the fact that he had a hoodie on at first, so you couldn't really tell it was him. What else? And then what I wanted to really show you guys was this. Let me see where's it. Oh, it is, guys. By the way, this. You know how many guys on the comments were saying Rhea Ripley punishing Dominic Mysterio? They were like, I wish that was me. So many guys that follow WWE, they were like, I wish that was me. So many people are jealous because, as you guys know, a lot of people also have a crush on Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley's legs are nice and thick. So she had her legs wrapped around Dominic, and people were like, man, I wish that was me. But anyways, this is what I really wanted to show you guys. Look, the Dog Father, Snoop Dogg. Look at that title, guys. Holy shit. Look, it says WrestleMania on it. Let me try to go back to that. Look at what it look. It has Snoop Dogg's face. It has the Dog Father on it, as he's been known for the Dog Father. The title, look at that. Look at the green with the gold, and it says WrestleMania on that shit. Damn, y'all can't tell me that title ain't sexy though. You feel me? Y'all cannot tell me that title ain't sexy. Let me see if oh look, this is what happened earlier. Look, this was Kofi attacking the Vikings, had the early Kendos on them, and then this was here, the contract has been signed. And look at this, Drew McIntyre as the match that just happened, the tag team match. Sami Zayn got knocked out with the Claymore kick. Oh shit, that was funny. Let me look up also real quick because it's still on commercial break. Is it Bianca Belair? I believe that posted it. Let me see. You get a better view of this title. Look at it right here. This is it, guys. This is it. Look at this title. You cannot tell me that title ain't sexy. Let me try to see if I can zoom in one more. Boom. Look at that title. Holy shit. That's one of one, guys. One of one. Nobody else has that title. That's Snoop Dogg's official title given to him by WWE for being the Dog Father. And as you know, he's been involved with WWE pretty heavily, especially when Sasha Banks was there too, even though Sasha's not there anymore. But look at that title, dude. They need to put that title on WWEshop.com because that is sexy. That is absolutely sexy. Hopefully they won't try to sell it for more than $400 because all the other titles are like $425. Hopefully they won't sell that one for like $800. But that is a gorgeous title, man. Holy shit. All right, guys, back to the program. Commercial break is over. Back to business. Gunther has started the match, grabbing Nakamura around the waist. Nakamura pushing Gunther towards the turnbuckle. And by the way, some people pronounce his name Gunther. Some pronounce it Gunther. I'm just going to say Gunther. I know that's his name is probably Russian or something like that. It's pronounced Gunther, but I'm going to call him Gunther. Couple of kicks across the leg by Shinsuke Nakamura, trying to take out the left leg of Gunther. Nakamura has done about 7 or 8 kicks across Gunther's left leg and finally takes Gunther down to the ground. Now he's got him back on his feet with a nice little headlock move. And now Nakamura running rope to rope, ducks under Gunther. Gunther leaps over him, and then a huge boot across the face of Nakamura. And then a nice little lariat hit across the face of Nakamura by the champ, Gunther. And then a nice Ric Flair chop across the chest of Nakamura. And Gunther right now in complete control, looking to retain his title. And now he's trying to catch him in a Boston Crab-like move. He's trying to spin Nakamura over. And now he sits on him with a 2-legged Boston Crab. Nakamura looking like he's in absolute pain, but he's trying to reverse. Oh, and now Gunther purposely breaks the Boston Crab, turns it into an STF, John Cena style move submission. Then he turns it into a Boston Crab-like move. And then Nakamura grabs the bottom rope, and the hold has to be broken. Oof, and another shot, another forearm hit, a lariat-type move across the face of Nakamura by the champ. And now the champ starting to get kicked by Nakamura. Oh, shit. God damn. And then Gunther with a massive slap across Nakamura's chest. God damn. Oh, but Nakamura now has Gunther on a one. He got one arm down. He's got him on an arm bar. Oh, Gunther now rolling out of it, stomping across the face and neck area of Nakamura. But now Nakamura with a roll up. 1, 2. It's a kick out. Ooh, and Gunther catches a massive spinning heel kick by Nakamura. Ooh, Nakamura doing a couple of headshots. Then he kicks Gunther's arm now. Now he's focusing more on the right arm with these kicks. Earlier he was focusing on the left leg. Now he's going for the right arm. Holy shit. And Itaguri performed. Goes for the pin. It's a 2. Both men back on their feet. Nakamura trying to pull Gunther, but Gunther stopping him. God damn. Holy shit. Another massive chop across the chest by Gunther onto the chest of Nakamura. God damn. Was he practicing with Ric Flair on these chops? Holy shit. Now he's got Nakamura on the third ropes in a weird position, and he shoves his boot on the face of Nakamura and has him twisted, falling off the third rope, and Nakamura falls to the outside. And a whole bunch of disgusting spit flowing out of the mouth of Gunther. Pause, no pun intended. And now, of course, they're going back to another commercial break. Holy shit, dude! These chops, he goes like this, like he catches them almost in like a Tatanka chop mixed with like a Ric Flair chop when he performs those. It goes boom right across the chest, and then every time he catches Nakamura with that fucking chop, Nakamura falls flat on his back on the mat, bro. He's like boom, boom, just absolutely fucking him up, bro. That boy Gunther ain't here to play. He's here to compete. I think they were saying earlier that Gunther they say he's not here for showboating. He's not here for like show and tell. He's here to make the Intercontinental Division more promising and more important and more prestigious, similar to some of the other guys that held the title in the past, like Michaels, Razor Ramon, RIP to Razor Ramon, and also guys like The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson also had the IC title, and of course guys like Bret the Hitman Hart. A lot of big names that used to have the titles. Whoo! So yeah, we are on commercial break. But guys, what do you think about that WWE title? Gosh damn, that title is absolutely stunning. That is one beautiful title. I wonder if they have a picture of it posted without without him holding it. Damn, I don't even think Google has the title posted yet, bro. That's how brand new that title is. Like I'm looking at titles right now, and I don't even see that title posted yet, bro. Yeah, I don't even think they got that heavyweight title posted yet. Maybe I gotta change the name and put WWE. WWE. I just put Universal. No, not even. Let's put WWE Snoop Dogg title. Maybe that'll help. Snoop Dogg Gold title. They only have pictures with him holding it up, but they don't have like a close up of the picture by itself. But I mean, you guys seen it before. You seen how gorgeous that title is. So no need to show it again. But that title is amazing. God bless America. All right, guys. Checking to see if there's any other comments. No comments, no new comments, guys. By the way, for those that just tuned in and you missed the comments earlier, we had Nicholas Bishop from Utah stopping by. Thank you so much. And earlier, we also had Crystal Gillian that showed up. And she says if WWE company takes the titles off of Roman Reigns, she will stop watching the content. I agree. Roman Reigns loses the titles, man. I don't know if I want to watch anymore. I'll be honest, when Roman Reigns first got the title, I was not a supporter. But over time, Over time, he's continued to impress. All right, guys, now we're back from commercial break. IC title still on the line. Both men in the center of the ring. Woo! Looking like he might try to do a power bomb on Nakamura, but Nakamura puts it to a stop. Gunther's grabbing his right forearm in pain. Oh, shit. And a massive boot across the face of Nakamura, courtesy of Gunther. Gunther's grabbing his forearm, still in pain from the kicks that Nakamura performed earlier in the match. Holy shit, Gunther's going high risk to the third. He lands on Nakamura, but when he lands on him, Nakamura puts him in a one-arm submission. He's got both legs wrapped around the upper body of Gunther, and the arm that Nakamura was attacking earlier is now being attacked in this submission. But Gunther now lifting Nakamura off the mat, trying to break the submission hold. Holy shit. But the hold is still on. Nakamura is wrapped around the waist of Gunther like a spider, trying to hurt that arm even more. Oh, now Gunther gets out of it. A double arm suplex. He grabs him like this, had him on the waist, and flips him over. Whoo! Plants Nakamura with a double arm suplex. Sheesh. Man, that was a full body suplex, and Nakamura completely fucking felt every piece of that impact. The fans are chanting Nakamura. Still got 7 minutes to go on SmackDown, which means there's a whole lot of SmackDown still to go in this match. I think they're going to give the fans a whole lot more in this one. And now Nakamura kicking the thighs of Gunther, going for that left leg again. Oh, and Nakamura catches Gunther with a knee to the face. A pin. Oh, it's only a 2. Sheesh. God damn, he caught Gunther straight on the chin. Ooh, and now he plants a knee to the back of the scalp of Gunther, and then a massive, aggressive knee to the spinal cord of Gunther. Nakamura getting absolutely upset, picking up the intensity even more. And now he kicks Gunther in the abdomen, kicks him across the pecs, and now a foot across the neck, stretching Gunther's face across the ropes. Nakamura getting frustrated now that Gunther still has not given up in this match. Now he's got Gunther, half of his body leaning outside of the second rope, half inside. Then Nakamura goes sliding under the rope and then slams Gunther to the mat simultaneously while he's flying out. And then Nakamura goes to the outside and gets distracted momentarily by Ludwig Kaiser, the protege of Gunther, tells Ludwig to get the hell out of here. And then when he gets back into the ring, catches a massive drop kick by Gunther. Now Gunther taking control, going for a power bomb. Nakamura gets out of it. Ooh, and a massive kick across the back of the head of Gunther, and Gunther is laid out. Nakamura now has got the fans on his side, electricity flowing through the arena. The fans think that he may be able to pull it off. Oh, shit. A clothesline by Gunther that flips Nakamura inside out, makes him do a 360 flip after catching the clothesline, flopped over like a cheeseburger. Ludwig Kaiser looking attentively. Gunther goes for the pin. Nakamura kicks out after 2, and Ludwig Kaiser in absolute disbelief that his partner, his mentor Gunther, the IC champ, was not able to win after that massive clothesline that flipped Nakamura inside out. Oh, and a massive chop across the back of Nakamura by Gunther, and now Gunther has Nakamura in a headlock chokehold. Trying to make him submit here. Trying to silence Nakamura and silence this crowd who thought that Nakamura may potentially was about to plant the finisher and get the victory, but he did not. Ended up catching a clothesline. And that Gunther clothesline reminded me of JBL, clothesline from hell back in the days. Nakamura breaking out of the submission hold by grabbing the right arm that he's attacked all night, ramming it onto his own shoulder to break the submission that Gunther has. And now Gunther with a drop kick on the back of Nakamura. And Nakamura now laid out. Now he's going to be set up by Gunther for a power bomb. And Gunther connects the power bomb pin. Oh no! And he actually gets the victory. I thought Nakamura was at least going to kick out, bro. Wow, Gunther wins and retains the Intercontinental Championship, winning the match fair and square. No real distractions by Ludwig Kaiser at all. No outside interference. No titles used. No chairs. No nothing. Just a one-on-one, straight down the middle, evenly fought match. But Gunther ends up with the victory with a power bomb pin that knocks out Nakamura cold, and Nakamura did not kick out of the pin. So still your Intercontinental Champion, Gunther. Man, oh man. I think that double missile kick drop kick, whatever you call it, the double missile kick drop. Look at me, I'm fucking up my words. He drop kicked Nakamura in the back. He did kind of like a missile double drop kick, catches Nakamura, and after he goes and catches him with that, the power bomb immediately after with the pin. And unfortunately, Nakamura did not become 3-time champ tonight. Damn. And they're showing a close-up of Nakamura, and his like upper pec is completely full of blood. The chops from Gunther absolutely causing a bloodbath to Nakamura. Those chops were fucking crazy. Guys, this is going to close out SmackDown. If you want to stay tuned for AEW Rampage, I will be back here in about 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and change the background and go ahead and switch channels over to Rampage. Rampage is only 1 hour, and it will be up next. I will not shut this broadcast down. So if you're interested in AEW Rampage, stay right here. I'm going to go ahead and switch over. I'll be back in just a moment. Actually, guys, I'm going to actually end this broadcast here with SmackDown. I'm going to do a new broadcast with AEW Rampage. If you guys are interested in tuning in, let me know. And I'm going to go ahead and switch over and get the AEW going so that you guys can be able to get updates on that. So I'll be back in just a moment. We're going to do AEW Rampage. I'll be right back. All right, you guys. I was gonna get ready to start the AEW Rampage so that we can go ahead and get the live updates on that. Usually they give AEW Rampage on TNT, but I'm not sure if this week, if maybe it's either I don't know if it's been canceled. I don't know if maybe they're not doing it on TNT tonight. But typically AEW Rampage is usually on TNT. I'm trying to look to see if maybe they changed the programming because I don't know. It's not showing. I checked TBS as well. As TBS is usually where it shows too. When I go to TBS, TBS is playing the movie Creed, and when I go to TNT, uh, TNT looks like they're playing Star Wars: The Last Jedi. So that's weird. I don't think those are supposed to be playing. Let me check. I doubt it's gonna be on USA, but let me check USA just in case. If not, guys, then I guess maybe no AEW tonight, unless they're on YouTube, because I know they do Dynamite on YouTube, but I mean not Dynamite. They usually do AEW Dark on YouTube, but they don't usually do Rampage on YouTube. They usually do Rampage on what's that shit called? They usually do Rampage on live TV. So let me see. Let me see what's going on right now. Let me check the AEW website on the YouTube program and see. I don't see shit on there either. That's weird. Their Rampage just get terminated this week? I don't know. Damn, I really wanted to give you guys the AEW Rampage updates because I love AEW as well. But I don't see it. I mean, I'm looking online right now and it says that they're supposed to be playing right now. It says the card for Friday's TNT show. Let me see what the lineup is. They've got Orange Cassidy versus Ari Daivari. They got Sammy Guevara and Tay Mello versus Dante Martin and Sky Blue. For the AAA mixed tag titles, they got the Gun Club taking on Eric Redbird and Dan Hewson or Dan Hawson. They've got Parker versus Sony Kiss. They got Brian Danielson speaking, FTW champ. This is weird. I don't know why my TNT is showing this. Hold on. Guys, I'm going to try to reset my app and I'm going to see. If it's not showing, then I'm not going to take up too much of your time and I'm just going to end the segment here, or I should say end the broadcast here, because I am not finding AEW tonight. And it says it's still on TNT. It says, yeah, as usual, it says 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Yeah, it's already 10:06, but the Star Wars Jedi movie still given, so I don't understand that. Maybe this only going to be given in select areas. I don't know. If I don't find it, guys, I just refreshed my program. If it's not given, we're just gonna close it out here. No Rampage tonight. This might not be playing tonight. Yeah, man. Well, guys, listen. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to WWE Smackdown tonight. This is WWE Friday Night Smackdown, August 12th, 2022. I wanted to give you guys the AEW Rampage updates, but it looks like AEW for some reason is not showing on my broadcast for TNT, and that's their normal programming on that channel. So since there is not anything showing, if I happen to find any recaps or updates, then maybe I'll do a recap video tomorrow of the matches. Maybe we'll go over that. But just in case, guys, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends and family. Anyone who's interested in WWE SmackDown and getting these updates, go ahead and provide them this video. Thank you so much again. I appreciate you guys for patiently waiting, not only for me to start the program, but also for those who patiently waited right here for the ending of this program to see if AEW Rampage was going to be available. Guys, it was a pleasure. It was an honor. And as usual, this is Ola with Ola TV. Take care. God bless and stay safe. Peace.